Hello, it is Jennifer from Inner Light, and I am back after a little bit of a break with the holiday season. And we have a new moon, the first new moon of 2024 coming up. So I am here for some messages around that, some cards around that, so that I hope you'll stick around and listen to what spirit is kind of guiding right now. So thank you for being here. My name is Jennifer, the Inner Light Intuitive, and please click like, please subscribe. I really appreciate it when you do. I really appreciate your comments. I reply to each one individually. And thank you when you do that. It really, really means a lot to me. So welcome to your new moon in Capricorn. If you're in the Eastern Standard Time Zone like myself, we actually peak on Thursday at 6:57 a.m. So that is Thursday, January the 11th. I would say the energies are starting to already, I always tell my clients it's about 48 hours on either end. So if you cannot do a new moon practice on Thursday exactly, do it Wednesday or Friday, either one. This is definitely the season of grace and compassion, if you ask me. So I am excited to be here to give you some messages around that moon. So I want to explain a little something first that's definitely arising. And that is the fact that, oftentimes it's the calendar new year. I want to be very clear about that. It is not the technical new year. It is the calendar new year, which is a construct that was really made up. Time, it doesn't even really exist. And if you're not feeling gung ho about the year ahead yet, if you are not running to the gym or making a bunch of New Year's resolutions, please know you are divinely guided. You are on time. You are on point. Right now, the earth is going inward to essentially fuel seeds that are planted to have her growth and her bloom in the spring. You are one and the same energy. So that is exactly why I was guided to do a 8-week program for winter called Thread Your Light. It is essentially simple weekly practices. We're going to come together every Monday starting on January the 15th until March, I think it's the 4th or 7th. We're going to finish before the March break if you are a mama or a teacher. And just getting us through the winter months, beautiful spiritual practices, breath work, meditation, energy healing, things to restore our nervous system. That is what we're being guided to do right now. Now, a new moon naturally calls us anyways to go inward, to rest, to restore. So get out all of your cool meditation practices. There are thousands of types out there. I want to go through some of those in Thread Your Light. So if you want to join us, just simply comment below or reach out. I would love to hear from you. Um, for a new moon, we're also called to set intentions. Now, I am not the type of person to set any New Year's resolutions. Those can be kind of big and clunky sometimes. I will usually choose a theme word, but giving myself grace if I feel like changing it because we change. We are evolving and at a very rapid rate right now. So if you're feeling called to set intentions, this is really a time to reflect, to see what it is you really truly want, right? To reflect on what are your heart's deepest longings? What are your desires? Have they changed over the years? They probably have. Start writing about them, start sitting in them as if they're already your reality. Start dreaming big dreams about them, meditate with them, whatever you need to do to kind of keep you in that portal, because this new moon is extra supported by numerology. It lands on the 11th, on the first month. That is 111. And the one in the tarot is the magician. So the magician is there planting his seeds, like feeding those seeds down deep in the earth, right? He's not running around trying to do all these actions about them necessarily. He's envisioning them. He's giving them love and attention. He's spending time with them. He's doing energy healing. He is manifesting his best possible life. So that is the energy right now to sit in, to go inward, to really be inspired. You might really be inspired on the 11th, especially around 11:11 or 1:11. Um, you might just like get hit with sudden inspiration. That's spirit just chatting through you. That's your higher self. That's what it is. So just know you're fully supported and fueling and feeding your heart's deepest longings right now, more than anything. We're being called to align with our hearts, not aligning with fear. Now, there is a lot of fear that is definitely coming up in the collective, and I'm speaking from personal experience with that right now. So we're being called to move past that. I decided to pull a card actually for us to kind of figure out what the energy around this moon is, aside from obviously the astrology around it, the dates around it. Um, I want to say that it's in Capricorn, and Capricorn is a very grounded, earthy energy. So ground your energy. If you want to fuel the root chakra, I think it's 396 hertz is the sound healing for that. You can do beautiful yoga practices like tree pose. You can go outside and hug a tree if you can't get barefoot on the earth right now because it's snowing outside. Or you can also do mudras. Buoy mudra is a really beautiful one, coming into the peace sign and drawing the fingers down to the earth while you're just sitting and breathing. That's it. Really ground, ground, ground as much as humanly possible. Black tourmaline, another great. Black crystals are great for the root chakra. So I want to talk about this card because I'm sorry that I pulled it for the collective. And I'm sorry because I keep pulling it for myself. This is where I am for sure at. So if you are here with me, I'm sending you love. This is our energy for this particular new moon. Now, I went to the Oracle, the Seven Energies from Colette Baron Reed, because what I love about this is it will give you an energy that we are working with. The card energy that I pulled out of the seven of them is light. Now, I'm going to sound like I'm trying to sell my program. I understand that, but I am telling you right now that spirit is going on and on and on about how much we need to connect into our light, into our soul, into our essence, into our higher self. It is a tricky world to navigate out there right now. We are definitely shifting and transforming and changing, and there is a lot of energies out there. So it is really, really key. The best thing you can do for your health, for your healing, for the world, for your family is to fuel and feed your inner light, just like this dude is doing. So, whatever that is for you, it doesn't mean you have to come to my Thread Your Light series, but I do suggest it because I am the type of person who not one thing works for me. So, I take a braid of many different techniques and styles that I have trained in so that you can get a little bit of everything to see what your thing is. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's breath work. Maybe it's meditation. Maybe it's energy healing. You're going to get a little bit of all of that in this program. So if you're a manifesting generator like me and you have a lot of different interests, or you want to dabble in a bunch of different things and see what lands for you, you get to decide. You get to make your own personal concoction because you are the magician here. So this card is in the light, basically asking you to tap into your inner light and to tap into your higher self and to tap into higher consciousness. So, yes, that does mean meditation. Now, you don't have to sit in silence. You don't have to be good at that. It took me a long time to be good at that. So I do a lot of different guided meditations. Going into the Akashic field is one of my specialties. That is where you're going to connect into your higher self and to your light, to reconnect with it and to weave together and hug and love up on your light. That is probably one I would suggest the most if you want to Google other options. If my voice isn't your jam, that's okay. There's somebody for everybody out there. And don't give up after the first try, please. If I did, I would not be here. So I still to this day have quiet meditations sometimes. That's okay. Every day is different. I have breath works, some that are better than others. That is okay. Whatever I need in the moment, I'm going to get. And we have to trust that. This card is our energy for this new moon. And as I said, I have been pulling this one a lot for myself lately. So I want to try to get the camera to really focus in on that. This is called the land between. Okay, so we've got a lot of earth energy here. You can see the top one is little ungrounded. So a call to definitely ground our energy. But we are also bridging between worlds right now. So what does that mean for you personally? Oh, I could go on about this one for days. What is happening right now is that many of us are in a healing process. We are no longer our old self or our past self, and we are not quite yet our future self. So we are evolving, but we are in the waiting place right now. Welcome to the waiting place. It is such a fine and fertile place to be. I am for sure in this place right now myself, and I have weaved in and out of it for various points of time, especially in the last, I would say, 4 years. So the waiting place is a really rich and fertile place, though it is a very physically hard place to be in. Our egos don't love this place, okay? We're like, it feels like you're stuck. It feels like you can't figure out a way out. You might feel trapped in a little bit of a box. You might have a lot of fear showing up. You might feel a little lost, and that is okay. We aren't always meant to be running forward, as I said, and creating. So, in this waiting place is actually where your greatest rebirth is going to happen. Because in this waiting place, you are amalgamating and integrating all of the lessons that you have gone through. This is a great time for reflection. You can learn patience and trust, which I am really trying to do myself over here. You are going to learn how to be present, how to sink in, how to find your power. You are going to find your power. And you, my friends, you're going to learn how to manage fear here. Let me tell you, fear's that little thing that likes to circle around for me. So, this is absolutely the energies that are existing right now. We are sort of we're all trying to move forward, and we might not be clear which way yet. You might be called this year to make a decision between two different paths. You, what I'm hearing is just be careful about having one foot stuck in the past, okay? Right now, I do think some of us have one foot in the past, one foot in the future. That's okay. Um, we're kind of still like moving through some of those lessons, and we're kind of in that in between place, right? So that's okay, but we don't want to get stuck there. It is, I need you to know that, and spirit needs you to know that who you were even 5 years ago, I'm going to guess is a very different person. So anything that used to serve you 5 years ago, whether that was good things or bad things, doesn't even matter, right? Let's just say you used to really overwork, always need to be out there doing things. You might not be like that anymore, and that might not be serving you anymore. And so you now are being called to make decisions from a different place, but it can be really tricky because that might be who you've always been. So it's very easy, and I'm finding myself doing the same thing. I want to go back to like how I used to do things when I was 20. I'm not 20 anymore. Holy man. I'm entering into my crone phase, for goodness sakes. So all of those things, they no longer serve me. And that doesn't mean that that was bad. I was evolving, right? And it's okay to know that whatever decisions you made back then, they absolutely served you, right? That's what you needed in that now moment. So just holding space with love and compassion for who you used to be, for all the lessons and growth you've gone through, for all the challenges you've gone through. There is no more space here for guilt or shame. Okay. Let's hold on to our guilt and shame. Let's love the shit out of that, okay? Let's do that so that we can move forward and step forward into our highest self. And if you're struggling with that, find circles who will do that with you, who will mirror this love and your growth with you. Okay. Go to the places where you are going to be reminded of who you're becoming, who you are becoming, and who you're growing into. Not the places that are reminding you of who you used to be. Mm-mm. Nobody, like, we're here to change. We're here to evolve. We're here to bloom like the flower. We're here to transform like the butterfly. And right now, we're maybe in the pupal stage. We're in the in-between place where, the butterfly kind of combusts into this sticky pile of goo before it comes out to be this beautiful, gorgeous creature that is going to just like grace this world with love and light and joy and magic. You can do that. Okay. So they're yelling at me to go to this deck. This is the Sacred Medicine deck by Asha Frost, a beautiful Indigenous medicine woman here in Canada. And what I want to go to this deck for is for a card that will help us. What medicine? She's got beautiful rituals here. She's got beautiful mantras that you can use. What will help us right now while we're in that waiting place, while we're like stuck between, past and present and future, and while we're evolving, because that's what we're doing here. We're not stuck. Shouldn't have used that word. I apologize. I'm going to clear, cancel, delete that word. We are not stuck. We are evolving on purpose, on time. So, what beautiful practices, what beautiful mantra will help us as a collective with this new moon energy and with this call to sink in and to integrate right now before we bloom in the spring? What beautiful practices serve us best? I'm seeing a dragonfly actually. So this to me again is this idea of they reflect the light, and it's so reflection, changing direction. They change directions really quickly as well. What's the other word? Again, it's transformation as well, spreading your wings. The dragonfly is actually moving upwards. So to me, that's also reconnecting into your soul, into your light. Oh, Lord, love us all. Okay, we have the 7 generations, card number 53. So 53, add that up in numerology, that's a number 8. We are in a year 8, which is asking us to amalgamate past and present and future. The 7 generations is reminding us of that and your power. You're in the middle. You are generation 1. Act accordingly. Spirit's like gonna start throwing some F-bombs here soon, guys. You are generation 1. Anything you do right now impacts the 7 generations before you and the 7 generations after you. That's your power. If you even knew what your power was, I don't even think we can understand and comprehend what our power is here. So know that anything that you're doing right now to fuel your light, to love up on your light, is not only creating, yes, the word here on the card is legacy, but it is also impacting 7 generations. Do you not want that for your grandmothers and your mothers and your children and your children's children? I know I do. Here's the healing affirmation for this card. I attend to the values I wish to walk into this world so that the past heals and a beautiful and sacred future is planted. Oh my gosh, if there is not a more perfect card, I don't even know. That is incredible. You need to attend to your new values, who you are now, your highest self. So your inner and outer world match, so that you're walking this world as that, as all that you are and all that we know that you are, so that the past heals and the future is going to look sacred and beautiful. So the sacred ceremony here is the 7 ancestors from your lineage stand around you in a circle. Close your eyes and picture this with me right now. My gosh, you are sitting in a circle of your ancestors. in your lineage, 7 ancestors at least. Each one of the teachings of the grandmothers and the grandfathers are in their heart. Your feet are firmly planted on the earth. Feel those roots rooting down into the earth and let them beam the energy of these teachings into you. Here are the teachings. You want to picture each one just beaming as light into you from the 7 generations. We have love, truth, honesty, respect, humility, bravery, and wisdom. Let them blow each one of those into you, soaking into you. They radiate through you more deeply. And you affirm your connection to walking this life, this path in a good way. And you claim your place as a good ancestor of the future. This is who you are. This is your power. Live it up, my friends. Live it up. I love this. I love this. I love you. I am sending you the highest and best frequencies for planting your seeds right now, for dreaming and concocting and creating and being this ancestor as you heal both past, present, and future so that we can step in. And if you want to step in together, I am here with you. If you want to go into the Akashic records, I am here with you. And if you want to journey in community, in sacred allyship with one another in a circle online this winter, please reach out. We begin January 15th. Happy new moon, everybody. Sending you so much love. Mwah.